called to Uganda to teach the Bible in the year 2000. I came to know this little boy. He had been abandoned. We ended up adopting him. We got a call. Our two grandchildren in Michigan, they needed somebody to take care of these two young boys, age 1 and 6, and eventually adopted them. We were grandparents raising our own grandchildren, and that's where The Way Home began.
God guided us to begin the Way Home ministry in late 2010, and we physically moved back to Uganda to begin the process of identifying grannies who were deep in the bush, living in homes that were falling down, sleeping in water at night because their roofs were leaking. Their children were deceased, their grandchildren were living with these grannies, and we would personally interview these. Then we would select and approve them and promise them homes.
We now have 97 families, granny families.
Well, their situation is much more secure, but the goal is that their spiritual life will be much more secure. So we do bring to them the gospel of Jesus Christ when we first meet them. We follow up with pastors who are trained. They go on motorcycles and teach twice a month the Bible. Others in the community surround them, and many are coming to salvation through these Bible studies. Other things God has, over the time, guided us to do include teaching farming, which is a way of pointing people to God. He's the great farmer. If you look in the forest behind us, he's the one who farms there. And we've followed the principles that we've seen in the forest and applied them through Farming God's Way to the gardens of our people there in Uganda. It literally, after a 2.5-day seminar and teaching them in the field and following up with them for 2 or 3 years with staff that we hire, they can improve their yield at harvest time by 2, 3, 4, even up to 10 times what traditional means of farming will produce for them. So we are dedicated to that method of biblical worldview teaching through farming. We also have a pastor's training program, which we call the Pastor's Bible Enrichment class, and we teach untrained pastors who have never received formal training in the Bible. We provide the dormitory, the classroom, the food for 1 week at a time. We also send a young lady, Paula, into the schools with the Mailbox Club, which is a 24-lesson teaching on God. The schools actually invite us as the Christian component of comparative religion, which is required in Uganda. We're very privileged and appreciate the opportunity to guide this ministry. We are working on full-time sustainability, but it will take some years yet through agriculture to finance this ministry there. So we raise funds. That's one of the things we do. Plus I go there frequently to assist managing.